Good, I guess, good evening. Yeah, had good intentions to do a video this morning, but yeah, day after convention's always a little rough. Didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but yeah, I thought I'd do a little video before I head home. Um, yep, my daily walk with my dogs. One thing I'm going to talk about. I'm going to jump around here for a minute. Um, Always think about conventions. Was it success? Was it not? Did it was talking about skirmish? I had a blast. They do a really good job of running it. They record numbers 265 or something like that. So not a huge convention, um, but from my perspective, uh, a lot of games ran, a lot of variety of games. Someone asked me today, what one game? Really, they had the War Machine, um, Morderheim, and they had a one-page tournament. That was tournaments, but outside of that, huge, wide variety of games. So that was cool to see. Um, Great crowd overall. Everybody was great to talk to. Had a lot of fun. And you know, talked about it there, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before. Anything we run demos, we can expect to make sales with that. So we like running demos, and it helps us. So all good. There were, I mean, cool stuff. We talked about a lot of it on the video we did on the way back. So really, I don't have that much second thoughts on the convention. Definitely will be planning on going again next year. Um, Kind of trying to get in the mindset for Adepticon, which is an experience in itself. And once again, highly recommend if you're a miniature game. And it's one of those lifetime events, Adepticon. So please go. Uh, the game I'm going to talk about, and I think I mentioned it before, is Flip 7. Played a lot with my family over Thanksgiving, and we're sitting there kind of everybody done. We were done with our demos. They do a big raffle to support a fundraising raffle, and we had I don't know 30 minutes or so just sitting around. And I've got Flip 7 in my truck, so I run out there and got Flip 7. It started with me and Todd played for. Todd's got a copy, and we were talking about it. So I ran and got it. Got Mike to play the first game. Then Saxon joined us the second game. It's a fun game. More people, the better the game is. One of those few games I would recommend playing with 6-8 people. It really doesn't slow it all down at all, and it's definitely becomes a peer pressure game when you're playing with a lot of people. It's a very it's like blackjack, but you don't even have to count. I mean, you got to count points, but there's no math involved while you're flipping the cards. The big deal with it's 1 through 12. There's 12 12s, 1 1, and 10 10s, 9 8s, 8 8s, 9 9s, 8 8s, 7 7s. There is 1 0. And your goal is you're trying to flip 7 cards with no duplicates. If you flip a duplicate, you bust. Um, so they're really not counting cards as you flip. Now, the your points are based on the face value of the card. So yeah, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, so forth. You're going to get your max points. If you get 7, that round is done. No other cards are played, and you get 15 extra bonus points. That happens honestly on a couple times a game. Um, Usually, You don't chance it, especially when you got that 10, 11, 12 out there, knowing there's a whole bunch of those in the deck and you're going to get a second. There's other cards involved. Um, One saves you from that getting that second card. You can cancel that. You can mess with other people. You can freeze other people. Blah blah. You can get bonus points. Anyway, sorry about that. Um, Fun little game. Highly recommend it. Great filler game. Great uh, game for the family. Great game for people that don't play games. So that's my little review of Flip 7. And like I said, we played there at the convention when we had about 30 minutes downtime. Got 2 games in. Well, we were got to talking after we did our video, just, once again, some of our impressions. And I guess to start with the Borderheim tables. As I mentioned, those tables were incredible. And we got talking about other tables. There, I'd say all but 1 or 2 tables uh, were I'll say above average in terrain, and probably half the tables were outstanding. There were some really good looking tables. A lot of time and energy spent. So talking about games and terrain and stuff. So I was thinking this morning when I was walking, and I mentioned it in the truck as we were driving back. I like games with terrain that matters. Um, I may have talked about it before, but talked with Mac and other people. It's that third player. It's that why is that lake there? Why is that building there? It has a purpose. It has an impact on the game. Um, I like Moonstone. We probably play with more terrain than most people. It looks cool. It does impact the game. Now you can get too much in some games, but I like a lot of terrain. Mike, when we're discussing the back, he's like, and I think he's right. The smaller the miniatures, 10, 15 millimeter scale, the better the more terrain you need, the better looking it needs to be. Because you see it more. 28 mil, you throw out a couple buildings, nice looking big buildings. Um, it's good. So once again, I was thinking this morning, one of the games I had looked at while I was there, no one had it there. It was Mike had talked about it. It's a game that really has very little terrain, and while I was watching several of the playthroughs, I think that honestly probably stuck in my back of my mind more than anything else is the playthrough I watched. They only had one piece of the terrain. I'm like, I get it. It streamlines the game, makes it plays faster. But I'm like, I like that. I like terrain. I like to be that third person um, in the game. You have an obstacle you got to overcome. 1490 Doom, which definitely we'll be talking about that a whole lot more. It plays elevation. We discussed a couple other games that played elevation, and it makes a 3D game. Most miniature games you might have a hill or something, but really not that big a deal. But like Drowned Earth, you're actually playing in buildings and structures. Carnival Valley is another one, really designed for climbing, leaping, falling, and I think that's cool. Adds another dimension. Put my 1490 Doom castle back together. Probably going to start hopefully painting it. Taylor got 6 or 7. The guys, I put them up already. My 1490 Doom miniatures painted outstanding, incredible job, Taylor. He uses new villainy ink, and it's the enamel wash, and look great. I want to talk to Taylor some more about how he did that. Once again, I think that's something I can do, so I may be giving that a try. But yeah, good looking terrain. I'm printing tons of stuff for the store. That thing about the convention makes me push to want to get more terrain for the store to use and for us to take and for conventions. Um, even Todd ran the chariot race game. While I didn't have a train, I want to make some 3D stuff. Had some guys playing Robo Rally, which we play to here, and I was like, I remember one of the first time I saw Robo Rally. It was back in the day. I'd built a 3D board. I'm like, that's cool. I was looking for files. I was hoping someone had some. There's some stuff out there, but not quite what I was wanting. But I may be able to take some of that and run with it. But even because we're talking about games that take to conventions, um, that's where my Gaslands Mario Kart and Gaslands Pod Racer came up. We were discussing that by running it back in the store. And once again, the theme was cool, but what's also cool is the table. Uh, I've got it looks like one of the Mario Kart tracks. The pod racing look. I build it kind of like the scene from, of course, Star Wars. So it's not just the game, not just the miniatures. It's the terrain too. So yeah, I think it's kind of like a three-legged stool, maybe a four-legged stool. You got the rules, you got the mechanics. Uh, you know, I don't think there's a perfect game out there as far as the rules mechanics. Um, there's some I like more than others. Miniatures, same way. It needs cool miniatures, something that makes you pop. Then, like I said, I throw terrain in there on your table. So King's War, they don't use a whole lot of terrain. It goes back to you got big blocks of 28 mil. And I will agree with Mike on that. You're not going to have a lot of terrain out there, but what you have out there, make it look cool. So, and once again, it just adds to the game. And going back to conventions, I think that's a must for a convention. I will say there was a couple of games that were ran at Skirmish that they were lacking in terrain. Um, whether it's ease of play, and that. Now I know my club was doing a demo of his game in, well, not even demo. He's doing a test play of it. I understand you're doing a play test. You're working on mechanics. You're working on the other stuff. Yeah, you may not want terrain involved, or you may just say, throw a piece that fell down and say it's blah. When you're working on the actual rules, you're working on the miniatures. Yeah, those need to come first. But I do know I'm terrain's going to be part of that game. Um, so, but yeah, that was just a thought about your terrain on the table. It's probably why I like some games more than others. That it is about the mechanics. For me, probably more than anything, it's the mechanics of the game. Um, that's how you physically play the game. Next would be the rules. Do I like the rules or not? And then, the third, fourth. I guess it is fourth. I'll say it's a four-legged stool, and that makes sense. I think if you can do really good on any of the three of the four, mechanics are using D6, you D10, your modifiers, your rules, how you shoot, how you move, how you do combat. the miniatures, and then I'm gonna throw the fourth one in is how your tables, how's the terrain impact the game, and yes, I'll you can play. I personally probably would play a game with three of the four being good, and maybe that fourth one, Um, but I think the goal, if you can get all four, then you probably have a good game. You're going to get people interested. People are going to come and look. Um, they're going to take note. They're going to come watch. And I'll say one example of that is Trench Crusades. I got cool mechanics. Miniatures are incredible. The rules are solid, and then you can build incredible tables. And I think Saxon did well doing this demo. And every time I looked up, he usually had people other than the guys playing looking or talking to him about the game and stuff. So if you can get all four of those, I think you're doing awesome. You definitely need three. Um, just have two. The other stuff better be really good. So, well, I am going to head out. I've rambled here enough, and check out Flip Seven. Great little game. Great little game to have in your car, your backpack, and just when you're bored or got 15 minutes, break it out. And yeah, you guys have a good week, and definitely, I'm going home, going to bed. I'm a tired puppy, and we'll see you around the shop. Thanks for everybody, and have a good one.